like, you know, taking the ordinary and making it extraordinary. Good morning, guys. I'm here on my commute to work. I thought I would show you guys the most treacherous part of my trip, rolling in. There's a couple places, but this is numero uno right here. Look at this. Now, I don't know if you could see that in the distance. A long, straight stretch of road that goes way up. That is a monstrous ass hill. It's very hard to see because of the distance, but that's what I'll be rolling up, and that's where it's kind of like 2-lane traffic, and it's pretty treacherous, but that's the most dangerous part. I thought I'd show you that. Don't you just love the artwork in this place? There's like, it's hard to see, I guess, but it's because that light coming from the outside, but there's a lot of artwork on these pillars. Like stenciling. You have to give them credit though. I mean, as ugly as bridges and some of this infrastructure is, they try to at least, you know, brighten it up and make it look somewhat, you know, interesting to look at, you know, have some creativity to it. So I do applaud them for that. I like that. I like, you know, taking the ordinary and making it extraordinary. These are things I get to see on the ride to work that you wouldn't notice because, see, I would be above here at an interstate and I wouldn't even get to see all this if I didn't ride a bike here to work every day. So, even though it's cold and you got to put up with some nuisances, it's nothing compared to what you got to put up with driving. There's the man himself, Tesla. Look at all that artwork. Just tons. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Some of these, I guess, aren't paintings, but some of them are just like stencils or whatever. That's good advice. Now, I just wish they wouldn't fucking break glass everywhere and it would be fine. Look at this shit. I don't know why these assholes have to break glass all over the walkway. I mean, some of them get by on bikes too, you know. It's hard to see that, but there's like little figures all the way down. It's like an impressionist painting. Sorry about the shaky camera work. I'm trying to avoid glass and take video of the artwork. So I'm paying attention to 2 or 3 different things at one time. More fucking glass. So that's what really irritates me. It's just how little consideration people have for others. You know, they can create beautiful artwork, but so many people just don't give a shit. I mean, you can look at all the trash and everything everywhere, but it's mainly the glass and the lack of consideration for people that ride bicycles or whatever. Now we get into the ugly area. That's a dog food plant. plant, cat food too. And so you can imagine what it smells like right here. It smells like somebody just opened a big old bag of Purina and I stuck my head in it. Stinks. I'm here at work. I gotta go in there and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film or not. It really depends. Anyway, I'm gonna get in here and get to work, but I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody, I'm just getting off work and I've got a long ride ahead of me. 17 miles, well 16 and a half miles. I am very, very tired. I hardly made it to work this morning. I don't know what the heck is wrong, but right now, I've been feeling it majorly. Since I've been riding the bike every single day to work, the first few days are fine. I'm going strong, I'm riding, but as time has progressed, I've been getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And it's actually the opposite of what I thought would happen. Right now it's like 32 degrees out here and I am cold, but at the same time, I'm just more weak than I am anything, and I know I have a long ride ahead of me. The problem is that I don't think I'm fully acclimated to the altitude here. You know, they call this the Mile High City, and it's even higher than that when I'm riding home because I'm like 500 or 600 feet above where this place is. So I just don't think I've fully gotten used to the altitude, because the more and more I push my body, the more and more I realize how weak I am and how, you know, I'm running out of oxygen. And I think that's what it is. See, when you're actually living at a higher altitude, the air is thinner up here. For those of you that don't know, every time you breathe in, you're taking a certain volume of air. Well, when you're at a lower altitude, closer to sea level, you're taking in more air than you would when you're higher up. So basically your body has to get used to that, and it has to get used to that by simply upping your red blood cell count so that your blood can carry the same amount of oxygen to your muscles. Otherwise, you know, you would be so weak you could hardly walk down the street or something, you know. It takes your body some time to get used to the altitude and produce the red blood cells so that you can carry the oxygen to your muscles. And it could be anywhere from 3 months to 6 months, and I just don't think I'm fully acclimated yet. I did fine for a while, but after so long, I just feel my body getting weaker and weaker, like I just don't even have the energy. And when I got to work, I could hardly walk. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I need to sit down and rest for a minute. I've never been that way after a 17-mile bike ride. I'm usually fine. Up here is where I go under and then come out over there, and I'll come out right by that Sap Brothers sign. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but that's where I come out at. That is kind of a creepy area because it's so dark and you're going under all these interstates. You don't know who's under there, so you got to really roll through there very fast to be, you know, secure. I think I'm feeling a little bit better than I did this morning, but this morning and yesterday morning I was just not feeling it for cycling. I hope that it's better tonight. I'm hoping that my body will let me get home in a timely manner. You see what I'm saying? It's creepy as hell out here, especially when you get out into these areas that are, you know, really, really dark. But I'll show you what I have to ride under. It's when you start getting under these bridges, you don't know who might be lurking underneath there. It becomes really spooky. And this bridge, it's not so bad. But this is kind of, that area back there is kind of a real creepy area to ride under at 1 o'clock in the morning. During this time, you just really got to watch out. You just don't know who's going to be lurking around the corner to jump you. And in areas like this right here and some of the other areas I ride in, not so bad, because you're in an area where people can kind of see you. And there are usually some cars on the road. But under these bridges and stuff, somebody could attack you under there and nobody would know until the next day, when some cyclist might be riding through there and see your mangled body laying in the river down there. It's really dark on my street. Well, this ain't my street. The street up there is, but still. Look at that cloud. Isn't that like neat? Oh no. I mean, you have to see it in person. It's like a big cloud and it's kind of bright, and then there's nice twinkling stars. I mean, it's really cool. I'm gonna end the video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the bike ride to and from work. Like I said, I was really suffering this morning, and I did much better on the way home. According to my GPS, I've been burning like 1,200 to 1,300 calories a ride there and back. You know, that's like 2,600 calories. And if I've only taken in that much during the day, or if I haven't even taken in that much, you know, no wonder why my energy was depleted this morning, because I ate a bunch, like a bunch of breads and a bunch of sandwich stuff for lunch, and I've stuffed myself. And of course, that's had time to digest since then. And now my power's back, or at least it's not all the way back, but it's most of the way back. So I feel a little bit better. You know, maybe I just was depleted of calories. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here, and I will catch you guys on the next video. So I'll see you then. Bye.